I can just introduce myself a little bit, as Jesse did. My name is Amish Tripathi. I look after marketing, product management and service quality in 95 Fortis Life Insurance. And as Jesse mentioned, and actually one of Ashish's very nice terms, I'm a wannabe author. Going to be published by the end of this month. The book should be launched by the end of this month. I wonder how many of you have actually seen any Woody Allen movies. One of the finest filmmakers of our time, a great wit, and he actually made this statement: there are worse things in life than death. Have you ever spent an evening with an insurance salesman? The bad news, I come from the insurance industry. The good news, however, is I'm not going to bore you with insurance. I'm going to talk about a topic which is far more interesting. Barack Obama. How many of you have heard of Barack Obama actually? There's someone who hasn't heard of Barack Obama? Okay, Barack Obama, the jury is out on whether he's a great president or not. His approval ratings are actually sub 50% now. A lot of people who think actually he's not that great a president. A lot of people are saying, give him some time, he will probably grow into it. But one thing which everyone seems to agree on, he's a great marketer. He was one of the finest marketers we've had in a long time, certainly in the political space. As a challenger, we see our company as a challenger brand. We are just a 1.5-year-old company in an industry which is dominated by very well-entrenched, very powerful players. And for a challenger brand, we could do worse than actually looking at what Obama has done and how he has actually built his campaign and built his election into his presidency. Sorry. Any challenger brand comes with a lot of negatives. All right. Let's think about Barack Hussein Obama's negatives. If you actually do a spell check on Obama, I wonder how many of you can guess what's the first word that will come up as a suggestion? Osama. Okay. If you're running for election in the US, that's not the name that you want to come up, okay, as a spell check. He's born to parents of different races. His father was a Kenyan. His mother was a peripatetic flower child who kept flitting from one country to another. His father abandoned him when he was 2 or 3 years old. Okay. His mother also went away to do some social work somewhere, God knows where, and he was brought up by his grandparents. So he grew up in a broken family. He did substance abuse in the past, and he's admitted to it. He did not just marijuana. Marijuana, many people would have done. It's not really that serious. He's done cocaine as well, and he's admitted to it. Okay. He practiced Islam earlier. He carries a Hanuman idol in his pocket all the time. Okay. If you think about it, he's got everything going wrong for him if he wants to stand for election in the US. Someone would tell him, are you nuts? What are you trying to do? And he was up against the most powerful political machines in recent US political history. The religious right, which dominates the Republicans, and the Clintonistas, which is Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton's machine in the Democratic Party. He had everything going against him, and yet he won. His story is the ultimate challenger story. Any challenger would love to do what he did. Okay? In 2008, the Advertising Age actually named him the Marketer of the Year, ahead of companies, venerable companies like Nike and Apple. So there's certainly something that we can learn from this man. I won't go into boring things like his message of hope and he was a post-racial candidate. All that is not relevant out here. Let's talk about stuff which we can talk about from a youth marketing perspective. What did he do? I'm going to talk about 2 things. One in the digital space, second in the on-ground space. What did he do?